Hogan's Heroes. Cast then and now 2026. Where are they now? After 61 years, in 1965, Hogan's Heroes looked like a light-hearted sitcom about Stalag 13, where Colonel Hogan outsmarted Colonel Klink and Sergeant Schultz made America laugh every time he said, "I know nothing." But 6 decades later, the show feels different. Behind the comedy were actors who had lived through war, exile, loss, and survival in ways most viewers never knew when they first watched it at home. One star became the face of the show, then left behind one of Hollywood's most haunting, unanswered stories. Another carried a real camp number on his arm. And one man lived long enough to return to the city that had once forced him out. After 61 years, Hogan's Heroes is more than a classic TV memory. It is a before and after story about laughter, time, and the real lives behind the familiar faces. Stay until the end, because the final chapter may change the way you remember this show forever. Number 1 is John Banner as Sergeant Schultz. For many fans, Schultz is the first face that comes back when they hear the name Hogan's Heroes. His famous line, "I see nothing, I hear nothing, I know nothing," became more than a joke. It became part of classic TV memory. John Banner was born Johann Banner on January 28, 1910. On screen, he played the lovable guard who often looked the other way when Hogan and his men were up to something. He was funny because he was soft, nervous, and strangely warm inside a show built around war. But Banner's real life made that role far more complicated. He was Jewish, fled Europe during the rise of the Nazis, and later served in the United States Army Air Forces. His family suffered terribly in the Holocaust, which gives his most famous line a deeper meaning when we look back today. John Banner passed away on January 28, 1973, on his 63rd birthday. Fans still remember Schultz not as a villain, but as the gentle comic heart of Stalag 13. And maybe that is why, after all these years, his face still feels like home to so many viewers. Number 2 is Robert Clary as Corporal LeBeau. Robert Clary was born Robert Max Witterman in Paris on March 1, 1926. In Hogan's Heroes, he played Corporal Louis LeBeau, the small but spirited French prisoner of war, known for his cooking, courage, and quick temper. But outside the show, Clary carried a history few viewers understood at the time. As a teenager, he survived the Holocaust and carried the number A5714 on his arm for the rest of his life. His parents and several members of his family were killed in the Holocaust. For decades, he rarely spoke publicly about it. That silence changed later in life. Clary became a speaker, an educator, and one of the early witnesses recorded for the Shoah Foundation. He wanted younger generations to remember what hatred can do and why it must never be repeated. He passed away in 2022 at the age of 96, the last surviving original principal cast member of Hogan's Heroes. For fans, LeBeau was charming and funny, but Robert Clary's real story gives the show a weight that goes far beyond sitcom laughter. Before we move on, tell us in the comments, did you grow up watching Hogan's Heroes on television, in reruns, or later with someone in your family? Sometimes the memory of a show is really the memory of who watched it with us. Number 3 is Bob Crane as Colonel Hogan. Bob Crane was the face of Hogan's Heroes. Born Robert Edward Crane on July 13, 1928, he first became famous not on television, but on radio. before he ever walked into Stalag 13. Crane was one of the biggest morning radio personalities in Los Angeles. On KNX, he used sound effects, quick jokes, celebrity interviews, and even live drumming to turn morning radio into a fast-moving show of its own. Then came Colonel Robert Hogan. In Hogan's Heroes, Crane played him with a half smile, quick timing, and the confidence of a man who always knew more than the guards around him. Hogan was clever, calm, and charming, and for 6 seasons, he made the impossible premise of the show work. But after the series ended, Crane struggled to escape the role that made him famous. He kept working, especially in dinner theater, but another hit never really came. In 1978, Bob Crane's life ended in Scottsdale, Arizona, in an unsolved murder case that still shadows his legacy. For many fans, that makes his story difficult to hold. Colonel Hogan was the confident hero of a show they loved. Bob Crane was a real man with a complicated life and a tragic ending. Looking back now, both truths sit side by side. Number 4 is Werner Klemperer as Colonel Klink. Werner Klemperer was born in Cologne, Germany on March 22, 1920. His father, Otto Klemperer, was a world-famous conductor, and the family left Germany after the Nazis came to power. Years later, Werner would become famous playing Colonel Wilhelm Klink, the nervous commandant of Stalag 13, but he accepted that role with one strict condition. Klink could never win. That one rule changed everything. Klemperer did not want the character to become heroic, clever, or admirable. He wanted Klink to be vain, frightened, and ridiculous every time. The result was one of television's most memorable comic villains. He won 2 Emmy Awards for the role. And after Hogan's Heroes, he continued working in music, theater, and television. Werner Klemperer passed away in 2000 at the age of 80. His story reminds us that comedy can sometimes be a way of taking power away from the thing that once caused fear. Number 5 is Howard Kane as Major Wolfgang Hochstetter. Howard Kane was born Howard Elmer Cohen on January 2, 1926, in Nashville, Tennessee. He was a Jewish American, a World War II Navy veteran, and a highly skilled character actor, known for his mastery of many dialects. On Hogan's Heroes, he played Major Wolfgang Hochstetter, the hot-tempered Gestapo officer who always seemed sure that Hogan was hiding something. And of course, Hogan usually was. Kane made Hochstetter loud, suspicious, and intense, but also funny, because he was always one step behind. His explosive entrances into Klink's office became part of the rhythm fans remembered. Howard Kane passed away in 1993, just a few days before his 68th birthday. His story adds another layer to Hogan's Heroes. A Jewish veteran playing a Gestapo officer as a figure of ridicule, helping turn fear into satire. Number 6 is Ivan Dixon as Sergeant Kinchlow. Ivan Dixon was born Ivan Nathaniel Dixon III on April 6, 1931, in Harlem. In Hogan's Heroes, he played Sergeant James Kinchlow, the calm, intelligent communications expert who helped keep Hogan's underground operation alive. Kinch was steady, he was focused, and in a 1960s sitcom, he gave viewers something important: a black character who was capable, respected, and central to the mission. But Dixon's career reached far beyond Stalag 13. Before the show, he had appeared in A Raisin in the Sun and gave a powerful lead performance in Nothing But a Man. After leaving Hogan's Heroes, he moved behind the camera and became a respected television director. He also directed The Spook Who Sat by the Door a film that later became one of the most discussed political works in Black American cinema. Ivan Dixon passed away in 2008 at the age of 76. His story reminds us that sometimes an actor leaves a familiar role, not because the story is over, but because he is ready to tell bigger stories of his own. Number 7 is Kenneth Washington as Sergeant Baker. Kenneth Washington joined Hogan's Heroes in its final season after Ivan Dixon left the series. He played Sergeant Richard Baker, the new radio and electronics specialist inside Hogan's team. His time on the show was short but important. Baker helped keep the secret operation alive and gave the final season a new face in the barracks. Kenneth Washington passed away in 2025 at the age of 88. For fans looking back in 2026, his story helps close the long chapter of Hogan's Heroes. Number 8 is Richard Dawson as Corporal Newkirk. Richard Dawson was born Colin Lionel M. on November 20th, 1932, in England. In Hogan's Heroes, he played Corporal Peter Newkirk, the smooth British conman, magician, pickpocket, and lockpicker. Newkirk brought a different kind of charm to the team. He was clever, quick with a line, and always useful when the prisoners needed a disguise, a trick, or a way through a locked door. But Dawson's biggest fame came after Hogan's Heroes. He became a regular on Match Game, then the original host of Family Feud. With Survey Says, he became one of the most familiar faces of American daytime television. For many viewers, Dawson belongs to two memories at once: the clever Newkirk in Stalag 13 and the warm, witty game show host families watched at home. Richard Dawson passed away in 2012 at the age of 79. His then and now story is one of reinvention. He did not stay trapped inside one role. He found a second life on television and became part of a different kind of family memory. Number 9 is Larry Hovis as Sergeant Carter. On Hogan's Heroes, Larry Hovis played Sergeant Andrew Carter, the sweet, wide-eyed explosives expert, whose innocence made him easy to love. Carter could handle dangerous materials, but he still felt like the gentle kid of the group. After the show, Hovis worked as an actor, writer, producer, and singer. Later, he became a drama professor at Texas State University. Larry Hovis passed away in 2003 at the age of 67. For fans, his story feels quiet and human. The man who made people laugh as Sergeant Carter spent his later years helping young performers find their own voices. Number 10 is Sigrid Valdis as Hilda. Sigrid Valdis played Hilda, Colonel Klink's secretary, and brought a bright, elegant presence to a cast mostly filled with men. Hilda was not the loudest character in Stalag 13, but fans remembered her charm, her timing, and the different rhythm she added to the show. Valdis later married Bob Crane on the set of Hogan's Heroes. After the series ended, she stepped away from acting and focused on her family. She passed away in 2007 at the age of 72. For fans looking back after 61 years, Hilda remains one of those familiar faces who did not need many scenes to become part of the memory. Number 11 is Leon Askin as General Burkhalter. Leon Askin was born Leo Ashkenazi on September 18, 1907 in Vienna. In Hogan's Heroes, he played General Albert Burkhalter, the stern officer who could make even Colonel Klink nervous. Burkhalter was loud, imposing, and always threatening to send someone to the Russian front. But like the other German authority figures on the show, he was never truly in control for long. Off-screen, Askin's life carried a much deeper history. He was Jewish, was forced out of Europe by the Nazis, and later served in the United States military. His parents were killed during the Holocaust. Decades later, he returned to Vienna, the city that had once pushed him away. In his later years, he was honored there as an artist and cultural figure. Leon Askin passed away in Vienna in 2005 at the age of 97. His story is the final lesson of Hogan's Heroes' then and now journey. Time can take away a home, a family, a country, and almost everything familiar. But sometimes, after many years, time also gives back recognition, dignity, and a place in history. So where are they now? After 61 years, the cast of Hogan's Heroes did not all follow the same road. John Banner became the gentle heart of Stalag 13. Robert Clary turned survival into testimony. Bob Crane remained the face of the show, even as his ending became one of Hollywood's unanswered tragedies. Werner Klemperer turned a commandant into satire. Howard Kane made Hochstetter unforgettable. Ivan Dixon moved from actor to director and told bigger stories of his own. Kenneth Washington helped close the final season. Richard Dawson found a second life on Family Feud. Larry Hovis became a teacher. Sigrid Valdis gave the show one of its most remembered female faces. And Leon Askin's life came full circle in Vienna. That is the real before and after of Hogan's Heroes. It is not only about who changed, who passed away, or who lived the longest. It is about the shows we grew up with, the actors and actresses we remember, and the way time can turn a sitcom into a piece of personal history. Which Hogan's Heroes cast member do you remember most clearly? And who do you think deserves to be remembered next? Share your memory in the comments. I read every reply because these then and now celebrity stories are really about the movies, shows, actors, and actresses we grew up with. If you enjoyed this video, you can find more classic TV and then and now stories in the description below. We make videos like this every day, bringing back the memories many of us first shared with family, friends, and the people we grew up with. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.